Hi guys, how you doing? I'm normally talking about manifesting, right? And today I want to talk about the blocks to manifesting. We have all different ways of manifesting, but the bottom line is ask and you shall receive. You got to know you're going to receive it. You got to walk in faith. But where do these blocks come from? Well, there could be different blocks. Could be within us, our own insecurities, the way we've been raised, false beliefs, the damage that was done when we were children, whether intentional or unintentional. Um, it could be our own choices, our own mistakes, our own sin, really, doubt, fear, whatever. We could be making really poor choices. I mean, we can't blame everything on, it's not working, but yet we go out and, we have an opportunity, we totally blow it, or we keep making bad choice after bad choice after bad choice, right? I mean, whose fault is that, right? So that could be the case. Or there is demonic influence. Okay, so we have a spirit realm. We're not alone here in the physical realm. The spirit realm is very close to us. God is in that spirit realm, but there's a lower realm that has negative entities and energies in it. Jesus talks about when a spirit leaves a person, a demonic spirit leaves a person, goes, and it comes back and it finds its house, it comes back to the same house and finds its house cleaned up, all prepared, and empty. So it takes with it 7 even more powerful demons and comes and moves right in. The key word of that is empty. Okay, so all cleaned up, what does that mean? You could be doing really well in your life. You could have, say, you were a drinker and you stopped drinking. And you're all clean, you're doing well, you don't even think about drinking, whatever the case may be. But you've never filled that space with the Holy Spirit. Okay, you filled it with other things. You filled it with work, you filled it with your relationship, you filled it with your fellowship, whatever you used to get sober. But you never filled it with God. You never filled it with the Holy Spirit. Well, that space has room for that entity or energy to come back with 7 even stronger, which means you're going to be presented with opportunities, with situations, with those voices in your head that are going to try to bring back that same problem, not only drinking, but now add in other things, add in drugs, add in, you know, problems in relationship, promiscuity, whatever, you know? Some people say, no, there's no spirit realm. Well, I beg to differ. I know, and I am not crazy, I'm not schizophrenic. I know there's spirit. I know that there's negative spirits that work against us. Have you ever read the Screw Tape Letters or listened to it on an audiobook? It's an old book, but it's a really good book. And of course, it's fiction, but it's based on what these negative entities do. What it is, if you haven't read it, it's Screw Tape and his, I think Screw Tape is the, it's been so long since I've last read it. I think Screw Tape is the uncle, but it's Screw Tape and his nephew. And Screw Tape is, trying to train his nephew, and they're demons, trying to train his nephew how to pull people from God. And what I love so much about that book, and I'm sorry I can't get comfortable, is how simple it is. The examples that are used in how demons try to get through. Most people think about demons and they think about, The Exorcist and head spinning and blah, blah, blah. But people are used. He may, whatever our physical needs are. There's one part in the book where Screw Tape tells his nephew, well, make sure that, just when he's about to start praying or just when he's about to, fellowship, make him hungry, make him think about lunch, make him think about his bills, They use whatever. I'm not saying eating is bad. I'm not saying paying your bills is bad. But if they can keep you focused on this realm, they keep you focused away from God, in time, you're going to start falling again. You know? If you're trying to get, just as an example, if you're trying to get sober, and you know how most programs or the 12-step programs use the higher power, if you consider the higher power like that group, right, people will always disappoint. So if you're counting on like a person, even if it's a really good person, or a group of people, your chances are even greater of you're going to get hurt, you're going to be disappointed, whatever the case may be. And it may not even be on purpose, like I said, but we are fallen. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We say stupid things. We can be selfish. Even the most unselfish person can have a moment of selfishness. You know, so stuff happens that will disappoint you. So if that's what you're counting on, if that's what you're leaning on, if that's what your, go-to is, and that's all you have, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be led backwards again. Now, they don't only work as those voices in your head, that go ahead and you're unworthy, kill yourself kind of thing, or you don't deserve that, or see, here we go again, see how people treat you. That's all demonic. They use your own insecurities against you. They use your own mistakes and past mistakes, issues, whatever, against you. They may use relationships against you. They can use people, unbeknownst to the people, especially if the people aren't absolutely balanced. And sometimes even out of love, they use people to go against you. Have you noticed the personality disorders that are rising lately? We've always had sociopaths and psychopaths. Always. We've always had evil people. We've always had greedy people. All of that. But now we've got this thing called a personality disorder. And it's so common. I was looking up facts, and it's like, 5% of the population. I beg to differ. First of all, these people, right now I'm focused on cluster B, but there's other clusters. There's anxiety ones, and there's almost like autistic ones, like social ones, But then there's the dramatic ones, which is cluster B. And how common is it? I bet you, narcissists don't like to admit they're narcissists. So 9 out of 10 narcissists aren't going to tell you they're a narcissist. But I bet you if you interviewed 20 people, at least 15 to 17 of those people are going to tell you they know somebody that's not only a narcissist, but probably rises to the level of narcissistic personality disorder, or borderline personality disorder, or histrionic personality disorder. A lot of kids are being raised by people with this, which leads to all kinds of issues in their life, And then addiction. The addiction problem right now in the Western world is out of control, which is another topic I want to talk about. Why do you think all this stuff is so prevalent? I don't think it's just because we hear about it more now because we have the internet. It's always been here, yes, but it's different. I can even talk from my own experience, as a younger person, and the things that I was exposed to. I grew up really poor, a lot of drugs, a lot of bad stuff, always in search of God, gifted with the stuff I didn't want to be gifted with, made a lot of mistakes, made a lot of poor choices, and it wasn't like today. I'm watching some of these people today, and thank God I wasn't born in this era, because if same circumstances, same persons, pre-growth, pre-wisdom, I don't want to say pre-Jesus, because I thought I always had Jesus. I just didn't. Um, I'd probably be dead right now, honest to God. Things are different. The world is different. It's not just the internet, it's not just the accessibility. And I believe that something did happen in 2012. I absolutely believe something happened in 2012 that shifted everything. The Mayans were onto something for sure. So anyway, demonic activity, how do you get rid of it? If you're dealing with this, I mean, I'm not going to say everything's a demon. Everything's an attack, no. But have you ever been doing really well and then, or doing okay, and every time you go to like get into prayer or read the word or whatever, something happens and you're either too busy or whatever, and then and then boom, you get hit. Something happens, something crazy. Well, a lot of times something will happen just before you manifest exactly, or God gives you exactly what you asked for. You can call it manifesting, you can call it answered prayer, whatever, but just before that happens, a lot of times you'll get hit by an attack. Not only will that stop your blessing in its tracks, stop your manifestation, but it leads to doubt, fear. It's like, okay, well, I know all this stuff, and look, I can't even accomplish it. You know, it leads back to your soul wounds. It leads back to the unworthiness. That's one way, and then there's another way, like where some people are really tempted for certain things, and you may have been like away from that for very long, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's right there in your face, and all of a sudden you're feeling tempted again. You're feeling weak, and then it's a cycle. Okay, I went and did that. Now, see, I am no good. And goes back to your soul wounds. They're out to destroy you, and they're real. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. You know, the best thing to do is stay in fellowship with people who are true believers that can encourage you and help you through times like this. Pray, especially when you don't want to. You know, make sure that you stay connected to God. You're still going to be attacked, but you can get through those attacks and come out to the other side. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. All right. Delay doesn't mean, when we're talking about God giving us a blessing, delay is not a no, okay? When we're talking about God instructing us to do something, delay is disobedience. So when it's coming from our side, it is disobedience. When it's coming from his side, it's not a no. Either he's setting up the delay because it's for you, so, you know, like if you get stuck in traffic and you avoid that accident or blah, blah, blah. But sometimes it's the enemy. Remember when Daniel sent that prayer out and then the angel shows up and says, I was delayed by the Prince of Persia? You remember that? It's in the book of Daniel. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. If you're under attack, you know what? Give me a call. I can help you guys through this. I have, you know, you can get a one-time session. You can get ongoing sessions. I have people like buy packages so that it's much cheaper for them. You can make payments. I can do a sliding scale. The only reason I charge it all is because this is all I do. And I don't have the energy to do anything else because I put all my energy into this. So I do have to charge. Hopefully one day I will manifest millions and I will never have to charge again. That's my hope. Anyway, it'll happen because I put it out there. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Don't lose faith.